What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing on the bacon. MLB DFS video for Friday, June 16th. We are back. Hopefully, this video will find you doing very well. Hopefully, you did well on Thursday. If you didn't, we are back to break it down. If you have any questions, get those below after the video. If you're new to the channel, anytime a video gets 50 likes and you leave a comment and you're a subscriber here on the channel, your name gets thrown on random.org. And you will have a chance to win a free week. Anytime the video gets 100 likes, we will do the same exact thing, but you win a free month. And anytime a video gets 125 or more likes, we do the same thing, and you have a chance to win a season pass to MLB DFS. So a lot of ways to win. Another way to do it, if you sign up using our Fanduel or DraftKings link, either our sportsbook or the DFS, and you deposit, and you show us that you did that, you're going to get the entire MLB season for free. All you got to do is show us that you signed up with those links. Also, we are doing shorts, so I don't know if you need to hit the like button, hit the bell notification, and you guys get notified. If you guys hit the bell notification, let me know if you got notified when our short went live the past couple of days. We're going to do that with some sports bets. So we're going to give out some sports bets doing that. I'm just kind of testing the waters with YouTube Shorts. And we also are now on we're on TikTok. Same thing, at FTAsports on TikTok. If you guys could follow us over there, we're going to do sports bets over there and a couple other things. I just like the whole being able to record stuff and have a green screen in the background and just a new avenue to bring you guys some information. So another way to win: like the video, be a subscriber, tell me who's going to hit home run, what inning they're going to hit it in, and the distance traveled as a tiebreaker. We've only used the distance traveled a couple of times, so it's only as a tiebreaker. So we've got everyone who left a comment on yesterday's video. For whatever reason, if you need to, please go in, and if you can update your username or whatever, because some of these, it used to just be like usernames. Now it's like channel names, and if you haven't gone and updated your name, it literally like says user, just a bunch of letters. It's whatever randomly it's given you. So it's really hard to know your name when you leave a comment sometimes. So it's kind of a new thing. It's been like 3 or 4 days with that. So we're going to randomize this 3 times. That's going to be the winner. And then we're going to jump right into the full slate of MLB for Friday. Good luck to everyone. Let's see who wins. There's 1. There's 2. And the winner of the free week of MLB DFS is Mike Scott 1547. Congratulations, Mike. Like the video. Hit us up on Twitter at advisors_team, and we'll get you set up with that week. Or you can hit us up on our email, dfshelp1@gmail.com, and we'll get you set up that way. So congratulations to Mike. And if you did not win, you have a chance tomorrow and the next day. And any day we have a video that gets at least 50 likes. So good luck to everyone in the future. And now we have this. So I'm going to redo this. So I wanted to refresh because not all of the pictures were available yet. And I don't know if they're still going to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the pictures that are currently showing for us. And then we kind of go through some bats. So hopefully this helps you become a better DFS player. And if it hasn't, let us know down below. And if you need a little bit more of a boost, you can always go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, hit the FTA Plus tab for $10 a month. This is the last month, it's $10. And then during the All-Star break, we're going to start putting out NFL content as well. The monthly will go up to $25. But guys, there's so much value in it. Ask anyone who is a subscriber to the site down here. If you have some questions, they could probably let you know. We give a lot of information out for little. So, looking at this, first game, Baltimore Orioles at the Chicago Cubs. So it's early. We're not going to cover this game. I don't like either of the pitchers, and we're not going to play the all-day slate. We're not going to go through. You're not going to do an all-day slate, most likely. If you are, we can talk about it later, but I'm not going to go through this just because I want nothing to do with this. I would stack the Baltimore Orioles on here. I mean, a 409 batting average of Kyle Hendricks. I know he had a no-hitter going through like the 8th inning, but he didn't really have many strikeouts, so there's not a ton of fantasy points from him. And then Cole Irvin, both of these have been hit. So I'm not going to cover this game. I would just look at the bats when it comes through. Next game, Marlins at the Nationals. We don't know who's pitching for the Nationals. Probably wouldn't take him anyway. What I would look at is at Alcantara. Now, the problem with Alcantara is he is not looking like the Cy Young pitcher that we know he is in the past. I don't know if they've figured him out. I don't really know what is going on. He's coming in here. He's got 2 wins on the season, a 4.75 ERA, and a 7.67 K per 9. So his K per 9 is down. Just kind of looking at last season. Last season, he had a 2.28 ERA, 0.98 whip, so he wasn't really walking a lot of people, and he had an 8.15 K per 9. So his K per 9 this season is almost 1 less than last year. So I don't mind him. The problem is he's not getting a ton of strikeouts. He's given up some runs. Probably only trust him in tournaments. 95 plate appearances against the Nats' current roster, 22.1 K percentage, a 135 batting average for him. Still will take him. The numbers, though, tournament only for me. Can't trust him enough in cash. I need to see consecutive starts where he gets strikeouts, he gives up no runs, or 1 or 2, gets a quality start before I can trust him enough. I mean, the Marlins bats are giving him run support. They're giving their pitchers run support this year. The problem is he's given up those runs once they get them. So even with this Nationals lineup, I'm still taking Alcantara only in tournaments. And we don't know who the Washington, I'm not going to be looking at any Washington bats, and we don't know who the pitcher is currently. Next game, Cardinals at the Mets. 2 teams that have been blah this season. Miles Mikolas versus Tyler Meagle. Mikolas, 110 plate appearances, a 200 batting average, 20 K percentage. Flip side of that, Meagle, 9 plate appearances, 429 batting average. So he hasn't seen him much. This is Citi Field. Probably not looking at either of these pitchers. Would look at the bats. So just kind of looking at the Mets. 110 plate appearances is a good sample size to see if they've had success. So Starlin Marte, 5 for 35 with the double. Omar Narvaez, 4 for 14 with 2 doubles and a triple. Jeff McNeil, 4 for 8 with 2 doubles. Dan Vogelbach, I wouldn't use Dan. He might hit a home run. He probably won't, but Vogelbach, if you are using him, he's only a GPP option. 3 for 9 with a home run. Lindor's 1 for 6. Guillorme is 1 for 3. So not a ton that I like there. If I'm picking and choosing, maybe Marte, Jeff McNeil, Nimmo, maybe Narvaez, possibly. I was thinking Navage, like that stupid commercial where the water shoots up through your the kettle or neti pot, the automatic neti pot or whatever. You know what? I'm going to call him the Omar Navage from now on. Maybe use him a little bit. Probably tournaments only. Flip side of that, I mean, 9 plate appearances is nothing, so they haven't seen him much. What I would look at is, Tommy Edman, 1 for 2, has got a grand slam the other day, got us home runs when we've used him, love him. Goldie's 1 for 2 with a double, let me down with my home run parlay the other night. Everyone let me down the other day. There was a ton of offense that just didn't show up, and that was it. So will really depend on what lineup the Cardinals will throw out there. I will be looking at a Goldie, an Arenado, an Edman, maybe a Dylan Carlson, possibly. It will really just depend on the lineup. That Paul DeYoung hasn't faced him before, but we've used him a few times this past week. He's hit a couple of home runs for us, or past couple of weeks. So it's kind of where I'd look at there. Probably avoiding both of these pitchers. Avoiding both of these pitchers completely, and I am going to look at the offenses. So question of the day. What is your favorite beer or alcohol drink if you drink? If you don't, that's okay. I'm just kind of curious. I'm always looking for new ones to drink. Right now I'm drinking Fat Tire. It's not new to me. It's just what I have in the fridge. But I'm always looking to expand my horizons in everything that I do. So I'm very curious if you've got some beers that you think I should try. I will try sours. I will try seltzers. I will try double and triple IPAs. I'm very curious what you guys drink. Next game on the slate, the Yankees versus the Red Sox. Domingo Germán versus Tanner Houck. Germán, 92 plate appearances, a 244 batting average against him, 24 K percentage there. Flip side of that, Tanner Houck, 73 plate appearances, 141 batting average, 20.5 K percentage there. We do know both of these teams can strike out. So looking at the game logs, Herman's last start on June 10th was against the same team. Was it Sunday Night Baseball? What was June 10th? Saturday when they got the W, he went 6 innings, 1.5 ERA, 7.5 K per 9. So not a ton of strikeouts, but even coming back from suspension, his stuff looks really good. That was at Yankee Stadium, though. Flip side of that, Tanner Houck, I believe, would have been the same thing, huh? So Tanner Houck's last start, same thing. Same exact day. It's the same exact matchup we just had against each other. He went 6 innings, had 9 K per 9, had a quality start, but did get the loss. So, looking at this, I think both of these are good options. Will really depend on the lineup that the Yankees throw out there. If Harrison Bader is back, which I believe he's going to be back, I like the Yankees a little bit more than I would other side of that. So Harrison Bader should be back, so that's going to throw one of the outfielders out and Bader in. So I kind of like the Yankees offense a little bit more here. It is in Boston, which if you've looked at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, you know we have the MLB ballpark ratings, and Fenway gives up a ton of runs, a ton of home runs. We could see a show here. Either these two guys strike out both of these teams and they go, or we have a fireworks show and there's a ton of runs scored. So I will have exposure to both of these. I think Herman's more of a cash and Houck is more of a tournament option, but I'll also have some bats. So if we're looking at the bats, it's Rizzo. It's Harrison Bader that he's going to be back. It's, depending on the lineup, DJ, like me some LeMahieu here, Stanton, Torres. I mean, I will have exposure here. Flip side of that, Devers at home, Verdugo, Kike Hernandez, Justin Turner. I'll have exposure to a lot of these. So I'll have some exposure to the pitching, but I'll have even more exposure to this game. This might be a game that you stack, and then the pitchers are more of tournament options if you're making multiple lineups. Next game I want to talk about, Rockies at the Braves. Dinelson Lamet versus Jared Schuster. So Lamet has faced the Braves before. 39 plate appearances, 194 batting average, 30.8 K percentage. So those numbers look good, but it's really hard to honestly take a pitcher against this Braves team. They're just really good. They're really hot. They're hitting everybody right now. So when I'm looking at that, it makes me kind of cautious that the numbers might be just a little bit too good to kind of feel comfortable about. And that is the mindset of a casual DFS player who just looks at this and goes, oh, BVP 194, taking him against the Braves. Now, if we dig into the numbers a little bit, this could be just a couple of players, maybe one or two. You never know. So we're looking into this. It's a few. I mean, they've really only seen him about the equivalent of one time. Braves bats. Ozzie Albies had a good Thursday. I would look at him, 2 for 4. Orlando Arcia, same thing about Thursday, 2 for 4 with a home run. Eddie Rosario, 1 for 4 with the double. I mean, I'd be looking at Acuna. He's 1 for 3 with a home run as well. A question I do have is people ask about stacks. They're like, who would you stack? And let's say, for instance, I'm going to stack the Braves. So then you see the Braves lineup, and you're like, who would you stack there? Immediately, people are going to go to Acuna, Olsen, Ozuna, Albies, Austin Riley, all the higher-priced guys. And if that makes sense, if the Braves make sense as a good stack, that's good. But you need to differentiate yourself just a little bit. So I say, if you're going to make like a Brave stack, you got to make a couple of them. So you get, the 4 main high-priced guys, Acuna, Olsen, Albies, Riley, and then Ozuna, whoever it is. And then you build your lineup with the secondary stack and then the pitcher. But you want to differentiate because let's say, the Braves do go off and a couple of those guys have been really good and they did really well. But then the other ones came through, be like, oh, okay, that's kind of what I'll look at. So just kind of looking, for instance, on Thursday's slate, the Braves, Acuna, 0 for 2. He walked. He had a sac fly as well. Albies was 3 for 4. Austin Riley was 0 for 4. Sean Murphy, 3 for 4. Sean Murphy, not even on this list. He is a good catcher. If he's in there, that's a name that you could look at. Matt Olson, 2 for 4, had a home run out of him. Ozuna, 0 for 3. Pilar, Kevin Pilar is a good example. I had him in almost all of our lineups yesterday. 2 for 4. Pilar had 6 bases. No, sorry. Total bases. Pilar had 3 bases. Albies had 4. Michael Harris had 1. Sean Murphy had 4. Olson had 5. So that's what you've got to look at as well. The names that are not on this list. Michael Harris, the second. He's a good example of batters that I would take. So I will be stacking the Braves. I'll have a little bit of Schuster, probably tournament only, but I'll have a stack of the Braves. I'll have a few stacks, so different ones. The higher price guys you got to get in there, then the lower price guys, and then mix and match to make a good Atlanta stack as well. I won't have any Lamet as a pitcher. 0 Lamet, and as of now, no Rockies bats jump out to me. Maybe if we see BVP numbers and stuff like that, but as of now, no other bats for the Rockies jump out at the moment. Outside of like McMahon, maybe Elias Diaz as well. Blue Jays at the Rangers is next. You got Kevin Gausman versus Martin Perez. Now, Gausman is the highest priced pitcher on DraftKings by 200 over McClanahan. In his past 76 plate appearances, 286 batting average, 30.3 K percentage. Martin Perez, on the other hand, 122 plate appearances, 19.7 K percentage, and almost a 300 batting average. Probably not looking at Perez. Probably will have some exposure to Gausman, though his last start, which we did use him, that's the difference between, I think, this channel and other channels or lineup sellers or stuff. They will, specifically Vegas Dave, if you don't know who Vegas Dave is, and you want to go down a rabbit hole, he will, it's $1,000 for his pick for one day, I believe. He'll pick the most obvious sports bet pick. If it doesn't work out, he deletes the video or he turns off comments. It's crazy. But the difference is he won't come out and say, oh, I made a mistake and use Gausman. The difference here, I'm giving you free information too on top of kind of what he does. And I'm going to tell you, I had Gausman. I touted Gausman last week against Minnesota. Negative 0.7 fantasy points at 11,400. He has only dropped $200. 4.2 innings, 7 hits allowed, 6 earned runs, 1 home run, 4 walks, 4 Ks. Had 101 pitches, so they still let him go. He's getting deep into games, but man, I don't know. I think Gausman might be too expensive to take, specifically against the Rangers, who are obviously a really good hitting team. So if you want to dig in, you want to see the Rangers bats that have had success. Simeon, 4 for 18, double, 1 home run. Now, Simeon was on the Blue Jays last year, or 2 years ago. He was on the Blue Jays with Gausman. He maybe knows him a little bit, the scouting report. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's something to look at. Corey Seager, 6 for 15 with a double. Wouldn't be surprised if Seager hits a home run. Grossman, 2 for 9 with 2 doubles. Nate Lowe, 3 for 6. Adolis Garcia, 2 for 5 with a home run. Sam Huff, 1 for 3 with a home run. Josh Jung, 1 for 3 with a double there. So I'm probably avoiding Kevin Gausman because his price is so high and his numbers are not that good against the Rangers. And on the flip side of that, what Blue Jays bats hit lefties well, we're going to dig into it. Wouldn't be surprised, haven't looked yet, but I bet Vlad is at the top. He's not. George Springer, 8 for 27, a triple and 2 home runs. Whit Merrifield, if he's in there, he's a cheaper option, 10 for 28 with 3 doubles. Matt Chapman, 7 for 16 with 3 doubles. Kiermaier, 1 for 9. Vlad's only 1 for 10 with a double. He's looked not too good this year. This is the movie, guys, or this is the trailer or whatever. Bo Bichette, 2 for 4. Bo's batting, 300 plus? Looking good. Yeah, I'm probably going to just completely forget about this game pitching-wise and stack. This might be one of those games where we stack on both sides. Would not be surprised if this game sees 8, 9 runs. I will be looking to stack both of them, just depending on what ones. Like I said, we went through them. Blue Jays, Rangers, like stacking on both. Reds at the Astros, Andrew Abbott versus JP France. Neither pitcher has faced each other before. Probably not going Abbott. Maybe throw Maybe throw both of them in tournaments, but that's about it. I don't trust either of them. Both sides of the ball can hit. Just depending on the Reds, De La Cruz is there, Friedel is there, Steer, McClain. On the Astros side, Bregman, Pena, Altuve, Jose Abreu's heating up right now. I'm probably avoiding this game. I would love this game even more if it were in Cincinnati, but I'm definitely looking to stack both sides of this. I think the safer stack obviously would be Houston. The contrarian stack or lesser-owned leverage stack would be the Reds and those bats there. Jonathan Nia is another one, good one too. Angels at the Royals. You got Patrick Sandoval versus Brady Singer. Sandoval's only faced 2 plate appearances. Again, this is a pitcher's park. I will have some exposure to Patrick Sandoval today. Not a ton. I don't trust him enough, even if it is against Kansas City. They've been putting up some runs at home against pitchers that we would like to target. I will have some exposure. I will have Sandoval for tournaments. I don't think I'll have Brady Singer. He's only faced 14 plate appearances, 214 batting average, but Shohei's hot. Trout is on fire right now. Okay, so Gio only had like 1 or 2 at-bats and then was pulled on Thursday. I don't know if he's hurt. This is something to look at. Ohtani's 1 for 3. Trout's 0 for 3. I don't care about that. Jared Walsh 1 for 2. Hunter Renfroe. So, yeah, I won't have any exposure to Singer. I'll have a little bit of Sandoval, and that's probably it. And then looking at some of the Angels' bats. But the Angels aren't a team that I feel confident stacking any given night. Tigers at the Twins is next. Tigers to be announced right now. And then Joe Ryan against them. 41 plate appearances, 103 batting average, 51.2%. I like Joe Ryan here. I will probably have more Joe Ryan than I will Gossman because I'm going to have 0 Gossman. Joe Ryan is 3rd highest on DraftKings. He's been okay. His last couple of starts was against Toronto. They're a way better team than the Tigers. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, only 4 Ks. Had a good game against Cleveland with 17.2 fantasy points. A not good game against Houston, which Houston's a good team. San Francisco, 16.5 fantasy points. The Angels, 22.7 fantasy points there. Was trying to see if he's faced Detroit this year. He has not. So, yeah, not obviously I won't have any exposure to any of the Tigers' bats. I won't have the exposure to the non-existent starting pitcher. And I will have Joe Ryan here. And then depending on what pitcher, maybe a couple of the Minnesota bats. But as of the making of this video, I'm looking at Joe Ryan, and that's about it in this game. Next game, Pirates at the Brewers. You got Rich Hill versus Julio Teheran. Teheran has been good since getting DFA'd and now signing with them. Rich Hill against the Brewers, 38 plate appearances, 241 batting average. 26.3 K percentage is pretty good. Coming with a 6-5 record, 4.23 ERA, 67 Ks. Looking at this, against the Mets, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, 6 strikeouts. The Mets are the Mets, though. They ended up winning 14-7, so in the 8th and 9th inning of that game, the Mets must have put some runs on. But, yeah, I mean, against St. Louis, got a dub there, 6.2 innings, 6 Ks. Against Texas, he had 5 strikeouts. Against San Francisco, he had 6. So, honestly, it's crazy to say Rich Hill literally might be the same number as on his jersey as his age. GPP-wise, I'll have exposure to both of these pitchers. Don't trust either of them in cash because both of these teams have hitters that can hit. If you're not taking, Teheran, 45 plate appearances, 300 batting average. He's been pretty good. And Teheran only costs $8,300 on DraftKings. 21 fantasy points against it's Oakland, but he went 7 innings, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. Against Cincinnati, at Cincinnati, which is a hitter's park, had 5 strikeouts, did get the loss, went 6.1 innings and only gave up 2 earned runs. On the whole season, he's only given up 4 earned runs total to go along with 16 Ks, 3 total walks, 346 pitches. So he's going into games. He's getting in there. He's pitched at least 5 innings in every single game. So I like both of these pitchers. I think both are probably tournament only. If you're going on the other side and you want to look at batters, Yelich, 5 for 15 with 3 doubles. Tapia, 1 for 2. I don't know if Tapia got called up yet. He did get released, so we'll have to kind of see. But yeah, William Contreras, 1 for 2 with a triple. That's basically it. Flip side of that, Pirates bats against Teheran. I remember when Teheran was with the Braves and he was pretty damn good. Kutch, 6 for 21, a double, 3 home runs. If you're not going Tehran, Kutch could be a cheaper option. Carlos Santana, 4 for 12. That's basically it. So, yeah, love both of these pitchers for tournaments. Not cash, maybe a couple of bats, but I wouldn't stack either of these teams. Guardians at the Diamondbacks is next. Tristan McKenzie versus Zach Gallen. McKenzie, 25 plate appearances, 174 batting average. Gallen, 32 plate appearances, 143. I like both of these pitchers. I think Gallen is more of your tournament option. I think, or cash option. I think McKenzie is your tournament option there. McKenzie, I do believe, let's see. They did drop his price a little bit. He's only made 2 starts on the year. His last start against Houston, 5.3 fantasy points, 5 innings, 5 earned runs. And then the start before that against Minnesota had 10 strikeouts. So, still, the most he's gone in a game is 5 innings. That's probably not enough for us, especially against a Diamondbacks team that is very hot right now. Yes, they lost yesterday, but they're still a hot team. Probably looking at stacking the Diamondbacks a little bit. Probably be looking at a Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll, Gurriel Jr., Rojas, or Longoria, depending on who's out there. I'm kind of curious who's seen him before. Carson Kelly, if he's even playing, 1 for 2 with a double. So, yeah, maybe Jake McCarthy, 1 for 3, be on the cheaper option. So, that's kind of my thought in this game. I don't trust anyone on the Guardians outside of maybe a Josh Naylor hit or Jose Ramirez. And then on the flip side, love some Arizona. Tampa Bay at San Diego. Shane McClanahan's the second highest priced pitcher on the slate. 31 plate appearances against Padres, 296 batting average, 25.8 K percentage. And then Yu Darvish, he's only faced 13 of the Tampa Bay bats, 250 batting average. I like both of these guys. I think McClanahan is your tournament. I think both are pretty much tournament, though. That's the thing. Like, a lefty, I know he's good, but it's in San Diego, and the Padres can hit lefties well. Odor, 3 for 9. Bogey, 3 for 11. Gary Sanchez, 1 for 5 with a double. He sat on Thursday, so maybe he's fresh. And then Manny's never seen McClanahan before. Tatis has never seen him before. And both of them are hot, hitting home runs lately. So that's kind of my thought. You're paying up for McClanahan. I don't really like the matchup for him. That is why he's tournament only. I think both of these guys probably just going to lean tournaments only when I'm building lineups through there. And then right now, the Rays bats, it just depends on the lineup. Arozarena's there. He's going to cost you. Yandy Diaz, probably going to break your heart more than he's going to help your lineups. Paredes, Jose Siri, just some of the cheaper bats to go around. Phillies at the Athletics. You got Taijuan Walker versus J.P. Sears. Now, Walker has been very up and down. 6-3 record, 4.67 ERA, 58 strikeouts. Faced the Dodgers, got the W against the Dodgers on the 11th, so Sunday. W, 5 innings pitched, only two hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Against Detroit the time before that. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 8 Ks. Got the W there. And then lost to the Mets, won against Atlanta. He's been very up and down, but I really wanted to say, and this is Oakland, in Oakland, but we saw what Oakland was able to do to Tampa Bay. They held Tampa Bay into some games. They won like 8 in a row, 7 or 8 games in a row, but I think Walker might stop them. Continue their losing streak from against, I believe they lost the last 2 against Tampa Bay. Phillies are a good team. They can hit. If I'm looking at Phillies bats against J.P. Sears, who's a lefty, probably looking at Castellanos, probably liking myself some Trey Turner, still kind of expensive for the output that he's really doing. Kind of off the Bryce Harper train until he proves that he's healthy and he can hit. Hasn't looked like he can hit. So Bryson Stott, Trey Turner, Castellanos, Schwarber, I don't care if it's a lefty on lefty. He's good there. So no Oakland bats at the moment jump out. Once I build out, maybe we'll find a leverage stack of the A's, and then we'll get once the lineups come out, we'll see what A's bats we like there. Then you got the Giants at the Dodgers. John Brebbia versus, to be announced right now. Brebbia, 63 plate appearances, 357. I'm stacking the Dodgers at home. Love Freddie Freeman. Let's just take a look at these numbers. I'm sure Betts is up there too. Betts, 3 for 10 with 2 doubles and a home run. Will Smith, 2 for 9. Chris Taylor, 2 for 7 with a double and a home run. Freeman is 5 for 7 with 2 doubles and a home run. Miguel Rojas, 2 for 7 with a double. Hayward, 3 for 4 with a home run. Muncy, 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. Just a lot to like here. Definitely stacking the Dodgers. Probably not looking at San Francisco at all. No, I'm not. Well, it depends, I guess, what pitcher they do throw out there. But if I'm taking a team, I'm taking the Dodgers as a stack. White Sox at the Mariners is the final game on the slate. You got Michael Kopech versus Brian Wu. Kopech, 17 plate appearances, 267. He's been kind of heating up lately. I do like me some Kopech here. Hopefully he just stays into the game and feels comfortable and gets those strikeouts. Really, with him, you got to get the strikeouts there. And then Brian Wu here faced the Angels his last start, 4.2 innings, 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, but he had 7 strikeouts. And then time before that, we know he got dominated by Texas. So he had a good outing against L.A. The Angels, 17.5 fantasy points there, but he does come in with an 0-1 record and 10.8 ERA. White Sox could be a sneaky stack that I don't think a lot of people are going to talk about today. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Every game on the slate with all of the pitchers that are currently available. That's the breakdown. Those are the pitchers. Those are the bats. If you want to see a little bit more, we have BVP. We have stolen base targets. We have an article. We have a lot on the website. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com is the website. Sign up. $10 a month right now. This is the last month for $10, and then starting next month will be $25. But there's a lot of information worth it, and we're so excited for football. OTAs are here. Then we're going to get training camps, and then in August we'll get the preseason, and then we're going to rock and roll in the season. My favorite sport. Just basically spend Sunday watching football if the kid allows it, and then fall asleep on the couch watching Sunday Night Football with my bets, hopefully hitting all the time. So that's what I've got. If you want to check us out, hit that like button, hit that bell notification or bell so you get notified. Let me know if you guys do see the shorts. We'll be putting out home run picks there and hit picks there as well. So I really like that. Follow us on Twitter at advisors_team. If we get 10,000 subs there before the start of football season, we'll give away a lifetime pass to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Same thing. If we get 10,000 subs before football season here on this channel, we're going to give away another lifetime pass. And go follow us on TikTok. We just started it. The at is FTAsports. At FTAsports. I'll link everything in the description of these videos so you guys are easy. It's easy to just click it. Also, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to win a free MLB season, all you got to do, and you don't have an account on Fanduel or DraftKings, the sports books, the links will be down below. Click the link, deposit, and let us know and show us proof that you used our link and you deposited, and we will give you the MLB season completely free of charge. So good luck to everyone on this slate. We will be back on Saturday to dominate. Let's bring home some bacon tonight, guys. Peace.